Since 1995, the William S.D. Louey Educational Foundation has been helping academically gifted Chinese students to pursue their education abroad at the world's elite schools and universities, including Millfield School, the University of Cambridge, the University of Oxford, Harvard University, and MIT. The foundation has supported many scholars, all of them from underprivileged backgrounds. Today, the impact of the earlier scholarships is multiplying, as the first scholars pay forward their success by funding scholarships for a new generation of gifted students. Yang, now a strategist at JP Morgan, was among the first recipients of the William Louey Scholarship awarded in 1998. The scholarship enabled her to study at Millfield School and later at the University of Cambridge, broadening her worldview and opening doors to opportunities that were rare in Beijing at the time.
Back in 1996, when I was just 14, my mom received a call from the headmaster of my school. So she asked, what do you think about sending your daughter to study in the UK? So my mom was very puzzled with this question. She said, yeah, okay, what's going on? And so she explained there's a very young businessman from Hong Kong, and he's looking for students for his scholarship to support them to study in the UK. I remember my father took me to the Pizza Hut, which was the first time I saw pizza in real life, to celebrate.
Marty's son first met William Louey through a professor from the University of Cambridge. Unlike many scholars selected from China to study in the UK, Marty was already at Cambridge when financial pressures threatened to interrupt his education. However, through the William S.D. Louey Educational Foundation, William offered him the extra financial support he needed to continue his studies.
The scholarship that William gave to his students has been life-changing for most of us, not just because of the monetary value, but the way that William has really been involved in our lives. And so the biggest lesson I have also learned from the scholarship is that, first of all, that William's belief of giving back to society through education, and that really can make a big difference to society, not just through tangible monetary ways, but through developing future leaders, future successful human beings that can really help to change and give back like the way he did.
Baoxiang Zhao is an investment banker and a partner at a boutique advisory firm in London. Born and raised in Beijing, he was just 13 years old when he received the William Louey Scholarship.
I might have been the youngest scholar in the William Louey Scholarship. So at the age of 13, just thinking that I would be leaving home, away from family, to a completely foreign land was a scary thought.
Born in Beijing to parents who are both doctors, Xiu Zhaodun's life took a turn when William Louey chose him to receive the scholarship, enabling him to study in the UK, excelling at Trinity College, Cambridge, and later MIT in the US, before going on to found a company that at its height had 20,000 employees.
So I started with building the first education app in the iOS App Store back in 2008 as a partnership with Cambridge. And I built lots of apps with different content providers, like 100 apps with Disney and Times Warner, Oxford. And then I wanted to go deeper into producing content and services ourselves. So in 2001, I actually decided to go back to Beijing, where I was born, to start my second company. So I sold my first company. I started my second company in 2011. And that was called 17 EdTech, which basically means education and technology together, with a mission to make learning beautiful and paying it forward. And worked on that for 12 years. We went public on NASDAQ in 2020. And at the time, we were the biggest education company on NASDAQ, valued at $5 billion.
It opened a lot of options for me If I hadn't been able to study here, learn English, attend a good university like Cambridge, I think I would have had limited career choices, both in terms of industry and geography. This foundation, this educational foundation, really enabled me to choose a path that I think is suitable for me, without financial limitations and other limitations.
Scholars of the William S.D. Louey Educational Foundation are encouraged to pay forward the support that they received by helping others.
From 2008 onwards, I really seriously thought about this question. What's the best way to pay it forward? So what is it, and what is forward? And I think there are many interesting problems to solve. But if I were to measure human progress in one word, or if I think of just one word in the English language that had the biggest influence on my life, I would use this word education.
So through William's scholarship and over the many years, seeing him sponsoring such a bright group of students to achieve their own dreams has really enlightened me of the way how I think of philanthropy, to also think in terms of education rather than just giving back to society through monetary or physical means. Therefore, any philosophy that I personally involved in are also very much towards education.
Inspired by William's unique approach to philanthropy, Bao Xiang immersed himself in social activities and charity work, leading him to co-found the Sea Star Children's Foundation with fellow scholars supporting children with congenital heart disease. Many scholars fund educational scholarships for the next generation, including a group who set up the Pay It Forward Scholarship to support underprivileged but gifted students to access the best opportunities. Ray Xuan is from Henan Province in China and was awarded the Pay It Forward Scholarship created by recipients of the William S.D. Louey Educational Foundation. The scholarship supported her through not only financial assistance, but also helped her to contribute to her personal development, broaden her perspective, and deepen her understanding of society.
When I found out that I received the scholarship, I was extremely happy and excited. It was such an honor for my DPhil study to be recognized by the excellent trustees and donors. It gave me a huge confidence boost. I felt so grateful and also more motivated in my research. The scholarship helped me with the much needed financial assistance. Beyond that, it provided an excellent platform to meet and socialize with fellow scholars who are exceptional talents from different fields. These connections have contributed immensely to my experiences and developments during my DPhil study at Oxford.
Xiong Zheideng is from Yunnan Province in China and is studying to be a Doctor of Philosophy in Geography and the Environment at the University of Oxford. Also a recipient of the Pay It Forward Scholarship, created by previous William Louey scholars, Xiong Zhe is testament to the multiplying impact of providing access to education.
I was quite happy and excited, to be honest, because it's always challenging to get to Oxford, and it's even more challenging to get scholarship to do research in Oxford. The COS scholarship should be my first scholarship, so I was really excited about that.
William's philosophy of paying it forward has led to multiple generations being given the ability to succeed, excel, and continue the cycle of generosity.
The biggest lesson I've learned is that an idea can change someone's life completely for the better. I think William had this very unique idea of sponsoring a handful of students. Instead of building, tens or even 100 schools, he decided to sponsor a couple of dozen students, but all the way from middle school to university, and that completely changed our lives. I think his idea is that by planting only just a handful of seeds, when these seeds become trees, the trees will have produced more seeds, and that cycle will continue. And this all came from a very simple idea that he had when 20, 30 years ago, and now it is bearing fruits. So we're trying to do the same at the moment with our lives.
Over 30 years ago, the William S.D. Louey Educational Foundation was a social experiment at a time where there was a significant economic and social gap between the East and West. Today, the foundation stands as a totem for the role of education in resolving inter-country inequalities, also fostering single-generation social mobility through unrestricted access to quality education.